What's your good name?
So my name is Sravya Sri.
Sravya Sri. Okay, Sravya Sri, where are you from?
I'm from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh.
Okay, Sravya Sri, can you please explain about yourself?
Yeah. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Sravya Sri. I'm from Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. When it comes to my educational qualifications, I've completed my B.Tech in Andhra University College of Engineering for women's in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh in the year 2023. And I've completed my 12th standard in Sri Chaitanya Junior College, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. And I've completed my 10th standard in Ravindra School, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. When it comes to my skills, I have well knowledge in COBOL and basic knowledge in CCL and decent flat files. When it comes to my hobbies, when I have a lot of free time, I prefer my time for cooking and listening to music. And I'm very passionate to get into an MNC company. And when it comes to my project, I have done a major project in my fourth year of B.Tech, and the project name is about vacuum cleaners, smart vacuum cleaners, and we have used IoT solutions, IoT technologies, nothing but Internet of Things technology. And when it comes to my parents' details, family details, my father is Bonle Krishna. He's a government employee. He used to work in Andhra University, and my mother is Bonle Sita Mahalakshmi. She's also a government employee. She's currently working as assistant manager in Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. And I have a little sister, and she's currently studying B.Tech first year in Andhra University, computer science branch.
So, what is your strength?
So my strength is I'm very good at oral communication and I'm adaptable to any situations, and I've grabbed these qualities from my mother. She's very strong and independent woman. And finally my goal is to become an independent woman like her.
So, what is your weakness?
So my weakness is I can't say no to people, but right now I have overcome it.
What is your short-term goal?
Short-term goal, first I need to place into an MNC company where I can utilize in my skills and improve my technology.
So, what is your long-term goal?
My long-term goal is to be an independent woman who can help my family.
Yes. Okay. Coming to subject. So, what is COBOL?
So COBOL is nothing but it is a structured programming language. So COBOL is a common business oriented programming language. So by using COBOL, we can solve big business problems. And COBOL is mainly used, I mean, it has features like it is more secure and it is used for administration purposes, mainly used in banking sectors. And COBOL is mainly used to develop programs and applications.
So, what are the differences between Comp1 and Comp2?
So comp one is nothing but it is a memory reducing technique, and comp two it is also a memory reducing technique, and comp one it is an internal floating point. Comp two is also an internal floating point. Comp one will store rounded results. Comp two will store precise results, and comp one it has a decimal points from 0 to 22 decimal points, and it stores decimal from 23 to 55 decimal points. Comp1 is called as Comp1 is single precision value and Comp2 is double precision value.
So, explain about conditions and a list.
Type of a variable is numeric, alphabetic, or alphabetic lower or alphabetic upper. Also, like class conditions, in class conditions will apply to sign conditions also. In sign conditions, it checks whether the arithmetic operation or operand is zero or positive or negative.
So, how will you define arrays in COBOL?
So arrays are nothing but by using Compass clause we can define arrays. So when multiple variables have same picture class, we prefer arrays. So by using in arrays we can define up to 7 levels of levels. That is nothing but 7 dimensions based on the hierarchy, level in the hierarchy, and number of occurrences. So basically, Compass clause will define about number of occurrences in the table level or the element. By seeing the occurs variable, we can differentiate between the normal variable and occurs variable in data division. By checking the position concept, we can differentiate between the occurs variable and normal variable in position division.
So, what are the differences between rename and redefine clauses?
So rename is nothing but it is not a memory reducing technique, and redefines it is a memory reducing technique. Rename is nothing but 66 level number. Redefines is basically used for reusing the existing spaces for the new upcoming variables. So renames is nothing but renaming single variables or regrouping the variables. In renames we doesn't contain picture class, and redefines contains picture class, and renames is only applicable for 02 to 49 subgroup level numbers. It doesn't applicable for 01, 77 and 88 level numbers. Redefines defines is applicable for 0177 level numbers and it does not applicable for 66 and 88 level numbers.
So what is filler and its advantages?
So filler is nothing but it is a COBOL system defined command variable which is used to assign the unused spaces to the filler variable. By using the filler length we can adjust the new fields to the existing structure. By using the filler variable we can also give the spaces for the existing structure or the characters. We can give filler variable to the subgroup levels only and we can't perform any actions or operations or manipulations on filler variable.
So what is division in COBOL?
So divisions are nothing but it is mandatory in COBOL. So it defines about like in COBOL we have four divisions: identification division, environmental division, data division, and procedure division. In this identification division is mandatory because the identification division it tells about the details about the program. So to identify the program, identification division is mandatory.
So what are the differences between 66 and 88 level numbers?
So 66 is nothing but renames and 88 is nothing but conditional names or conditional variables. So 66 it doesn't contain picture class, 88 also doesn't contain picture class. 66 is nothing but regrouping the variables or renaming the single variable. So 88 it is mainly used to validate the conditions, mainly used in if and evaluate conditions. And 66 it is only applicable for subgroups. And 88 it can only applicable for the condition statement where we can it is used when we declare some conditions for the particular variables. And 66 is not applicable for 0177 and 88 level numbers.
So what are the sections and paragraphs?
So difference between sections.
Yes, differences between sections and paragraphs.
Okay, sections are nothing but collection of paragraphs and paragraphs are nothing but collection of statements or sentences. So in section we use implicit scope terminator and paragraph also we use implicit scope terminator.
So what is on-stage error statement?
So on-stage error statement is nothing but while we implementing the arithmetic operations, we'll get on-stage error. When the variable is not sufficient to store the resultant variable, then we'll get on-stage error. On-stage error is like it is a user-defined message, so it mostly used in arithmetic operations only.
So what are the differences between test before and test after?
So test before and test after. Test before is nothing but it checks the conditions before execution, and test after is nothing but after execution it checks the conditions. Test after is a one-time executable, and test before it is like by default it is a test before option only. Even if you use test before option also, the perform statement will perform as usual. But in test after, if you use test after condition, first it initializes. First it checks three steps: initialization, it executes the statements, and then it checks the conditions, and after implementing it.
What is the differences between string and unstring?
So both are system defined commands. When it comes to string, it is a system defined COBOL command which is used to concatenate multiple variables into single variable. When it comes to unstring, it is also a system defined COBOL command which is used to deconcatenate or divide single variable into multiple variables. In here we have multiple sending fields and one receiving field. Here we have one sending field and multiple receiving fields. We can end the string by implicit scope terminator or explicit scope terminator called end string. In unstring also we can use implicit scope terminator or we can use explicit scope terminator and unstring. In string we have a concept of pointer with pointer. So this concept will tells about from which position you wanted to store the data, take away the data stores the data in the receiving field. And when it comes to unstring, it tells about from which position you wanted to take away the data in the sending field.
So what is reference modification move?
So reference modification, first of all, move is nothing but to assign the values to the variables or to copy the data from one variable to another variable. When it comes to reference modification, it's nothing but we can transfer some part of data from one variable to another variable. Here we must and should specify the position and length of the variable. And reference modification is mainly used to transfer some part of data from one variable to another variable.
So what are the sections in COBOL?
So sections, we have 5 types of sections in COBOL. In environmental division, we have 2 sections: configuration section and input output section. And in data division, we have 3 sections: where working storage section, file section, and linkage section.
So Sravya, your interview is very well done. So you can prepare second round of interview. Okay, I'll get back to you. Thank you.
Thank you.